Salut. So yesterday I gave you that common talebu is a question while you ask someone when you meet a new person or whenever you are in a formal meeting. So also there is one more meaning this to common talebu that you can write down is that whenever you in front of you there are a lot of other people and you want to ask them how are you, like suppose if you are going to meet your relatives. Okay. So at that time, you will ask them the first question that common talegi. Why? Because at that time there are a lot of other people out there. So you need to ask them the common question that is how are you all? So you can also write down that one meaning of common talegu is asking to many people out there.
So, Riddhi, it will be when you are in a bigger gathering and you have to ask everyone commonly for
Yes.
how they are doing. Yeah, common
Yes.
talevu.
Yes, common talegu. And in return, the answer will also change. That will be, I'll give you the spelling, you can write it down.
Okay.
J-E, Vais, V-A-I-S,
Okay.
and Bia, which is B-I-E-N.
Okay. V-I-E-S.
B-I-E-N.
V for victory, right?
Yes.
Je, V, Via, Via.
Bia. Je vais Bia. We wrote yesterday Sava Bia. But now here the first two words will be Je vais Bia. As you are in the formal meeting, so you can't say Sava because Sava is for amongst the friends, you can say that.
Oh.
While in your formal business meeting, at that time you can say Je vais Bia.
Okay. I'm doing okay. I'm doing fine.
Okay. Next slide. So now since we have learned the numbers, greetings, alphabets, now you must be curious to make the sentences as well, right?
Yeah.
So now before making actually the sentences, you need to know some basic grammar, right? So for that, we are going to today start with a very important and first topic of grammar, which is articles.
Okay.
So do you know what is articles in English? Anything like you have any idea about articles? What are they? Or what are the types of articles? Any like type you know? Like in English, there are articles. Do you know any articles in English
Like
that we often use?
indefinite and definite articles.
Yes, correct. Indefinite and definite articles. These are the two types of articles. Okay, so let's understand firstly what are articles. So articles are basically.
Riddhi, could you just wait for a minute? I'm sorry, I have a call. Just a minute. I'm
Sure.
sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. So Shraddha, I just said that while I gave you yesterday a interrogation word which is common talebu, right? It is also used for the person whenever you are in front of a lot of many persons. At that time, also you can use common talebu. Like it's a common question to asking all of them how are they. So you can also write down that one meaning of common talebu is asking many people how are you.
Okay.
And also to the answer to that question will be JE. You can write it down. JE.
I'm sorry. Answer to. Oh, okay.
I was just repeating for him.
Okay, no problem.
Yes. JE. Then give a space and next word is VAIS. VAIS, and then is BIEN. BIEN.
BIEL.
Yes. It
Okay.
means je vais bien. I am doing good.
Okay.
Je vais bien means I am doing good. So we are just starting with a new topic today, which is articles. So let me tell you firstly what are articles. So articles are a type of adjective which are used to describe the noun. You can write this down if you want. Articles are a type
Articles
of
are a, an, and the, right? That's
Yes.
what we use in English.
A
Okay.
and the. Yes. A and the. Correct. Those are the articles which are in English. So it is a type of an adjective and it is used before the noun. And there are two types of articles always. First is indefinite and second is definite articles. You can make a chart kind of thing and divide it into two parts, like definite and indefinite articles. Yeah. So in French, people, whenever they speak a word, it is always followed by an article. Whereas in English, it is not that mandatory to use. Suppose we are writing a sentence of the. In a sentence, we are writing of the. But sometimes we try to cut down and we cut that the, which is not even important in English that way. But in French, they are very particular about using the articles. So you can't miss any articles in French while saying any word, whether it be a living thing or a non-living.
Okay, so for French also, in articles also, it's masculine and feminine, right?
Yes, it's
Okay.
masculine and feminine. Yes.
So, but in English, it's not there. With French, it is there.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, great.
Like in English, there is a neuter gender of nouns as well. But in French, there is no neuter gender. There is therefore an article which describes these nouns are also either masculine or feminine. And they change according to the noun that they describe. You can write down this definition of the articles if you want in French. I'll just repeat it once if you want. The articles which describe these nouns. Are you all writing?
Yeah.
The articles which describes these nouns are also either masculine or feminine or singular or plural. So what did I just say? That an article which is used to describe a noun can be either masculine, feminine, or singular or plural. So there are four categories that which you need to keep in mind while knowing a gender of a noun. Okay. So hence, when learning, now you don't have to write this, I'm just saying that hence when we are learning the meaning of a particular noun in French particularly, it is very important to learn it along with its article. Now, suppose for example, we are learning a word which is cahier. Yesterday, I gave you all a word which is cahier, if you remember, if you have wrote it down. Cahier. 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 Cahier means notebook. So suppose when we are learning this word cahier, it is not only enough to learn just the word kaiye, but along with its article, also you should know that whether it's masculine, feminine, singular, or plural, whether it's ending with E or with ending with S, you also need to know that. Okay.
Yeah, it was written in that color graph which you had given.
Yes.
Kahiye,
Yes,
own,
yes, that's it.
Bruce, yeah.
So there are two types of articles, definite and indefinite. So indefinite articles, you all can write down this definition of indefinite articles if you want. You all can give the heading indefinite articles. And under that, please write down indefinite articles are used to introduce a noun and help us to know the gender of the noun. Gender of the noun. Or whether it is singular or plural. So this is the indefinite articles. Next, you can write down another point for that indefinite articles.
Could you just repeat the sentence again?
Yes.
Indefinite articles are used to introduce a noun and help us know the gender of the noun. And then what did you say? I'm sorry.
Yes. Or whether it is singular or plural. In a French sentence, you will always find out that the nouns always agree, like if they are like plural, their article will also be plural. If they are singular, the article will also be singular.
It's
So
more
in
like Sanskrit as well, but then they do not have that neutral gender.
Okay. Next point you can write down for the indefinite article is that indefinite articles refer to an unspecified group of things, 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 comma, people, things, comma, people, or animal, through this you can identify whether the thing should get an indefinite article or not. Like if it's a thing or a people or animals that have an unspecified group. Like you don't know how many people are there in that group. So at that time you will say some people, right? So that is what indefinite articles are. Next slide. So now let's see one by one then. First is uh. So this means a or an in English. Okay. This or is means a or an in English and is used for masculine singular noun. And it is used as masculine singular noun. For example, kaiye. Since we know that word kaiye is a masculine word. Now, how do I came to know that kaiye is a masculine word? So, whenever a word is ending with e, at that time it is feminine. And all the remaining endings of the words which are other than e, then it is masculine, generally, not always. Generally, the words that don't end in e are always masculine. In French, there are some exceptions for those, like some words end in e and they are masculine. So that's why it's generally that is used for the masculine noun.
So ending with E is always feminine except for some masculine words. So wherever it is E, we have to assume it is feminine with exceptions, which you will tell us. Okay.
Exceptions, whenever the exceptions will come, I'll just let you all know. That is
Like I think it's there in definite article itself, if I remember correctly.
in English, there is no such kind of thing of remembering a gender of a word. We directly just say a or an. But in French, you need to remember each and everything with its gender. So it's a bit tricky. So is used for masculine singular nouns. For example, you can write down a park, UN, and then you can write down the next word, which is PARC. PARC. A park.
PARC.
Yes, a park.
Okay. That means?
Yeah, it means a park. PARC, PARK.
Okay, it's in English, it's K and then it's C. Okay.
Yes. So in French, the K sound comes from C. A park, which means a park. Another example is a chat, CHAT. First write down UN, and then
I think
write
it's a dog, right?
yes. No, a
It's
chat
a
means a cat.
cat, yeah.
Yeah.
Shiva is, I think,
Yeah.
cat, dog. It's confusing. My goodness.
Chat. CHAT. Chat is a cat. Did you all understand this indefinite articles?
Yep.
I suppose you all understood. Yes. So now let's move on to the next indefinite article, which is yun. Yun. No sound should come at the end. Yun. This yun also means a and an, but it is used for the feminine singular noun. Feminine singular noun. Like feminine is generally we see to be identified that how it's ending with e, then it's feminine. So yun is used for the feminine singular noun. For example, you all can write down yun mantra. Yun, first write down U-N-E, its article. N M-O-N T.
M.
Yeah.
Could you repeat that? M-O?
M-O-N
Okay.
N T-R-E. T-R-E. Now this yun mantra. Tra sound should come at the end. Mantra. That means a watch. A watch. Wristwatch, not. A watch. Next can be yun. U-N-E, yun. Fleur. F-L F-L E-U-R. F-L-E-U-R. Yun, fleur. R sound should come at the end. Fleur. Yun, fleur. It means a flower. F-L-O-W-E-R. Flower. Think that the fleur, this is an exception. Fleur is an exception. Though it's not ending with E, but it is feminine. And for I can give you one exception, which is a livre. Are you all writing it down? Un livre. UN.
Yeah.
Li. UN is the article. Then next word is Li. VRE. LIVRE. LIVRE means a book. Now you see that livre is ending with E, but its article is un. So this is also an exception. A livre. And une fleur. So I hope you understood this and une. These both are only used for the singular noun. Now the last is they, which is some. DES is pronounced as they. THEY you can write down for the pronunciation. THEY. They. So it means some. Now we don't know that how many books are on the table. So what do we say? There are some books on the table, right? So that some is replaced by they in French. When you don't know the quantity of the things, at that time you can say they. And they is used for the masculine and feminine plural noun. So now the most interesting is that in French, in the plural, you don't have to think about gender anyway. It is like it's plural at the end. If you see an S, directly you can write down the DES and it becomes plural. So the easy way of indefinite articles is they, of course, because there you don't have to know the gender of the thing. It's just they and it's over. For example, you can write down they park. DES. DES. PA. RCS. PARCS. So it becomes some parks now. Some parks. For feminine example, you can write down they montre. DES. DES. And then montre spelling MON. TRES. MONTRES. So we saw two examples of they, one masculine and one feminine. So you see, we don't change the article in the plural. It's the same for masculine and feminine.
That's a relief.
Yes, absolutely. Whenever a word is like plural, you don't have to think anything. You just have to put they at there. So now we have finished with the indefinite articles. Now let's move on to the definite articles. Next slide. Yeah. So you can write down the definite articles, that is the, THE, that is the, refers to the, specific group of people things or animals. People, things, or animals. So I'll repeat it once again. The definite articles refer to the specific group of people, things, or animals. So now, in definite articles, the first article for masculine singular noun is le, which is pronounced as le. 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 You can write down the definition for le is it is used for the masculine words. It is used for the masculine words starting with a consonant. Consonant. Like other than vowel. Did you write it?
Yep, done.
Okay. So for example, it's le livre. Le livre. That means the book. Now suppose we know a book is on the table. So at the first we will say a book and we know where it is situated. So we will say on the table. So like we do it in English, we have to do it French as well. Whenever we know the possession of that thing, we can add the definite articles over there. Like where is the book situated? It is situated on the table. Next is le chat. That is the cat. Now for the feminine, it is L-A. The third one, la. L-A, la. Which is again used for the feminine words starting with a consonant. Feminine words starting with a consonant. For example, la voiture. La voiture. It's given in the example there. La voiture. La voiture means the car. La voiture means the car. So now you see that it's ending with E. So that's why we have given it the definite article, which is la. Next example is la table. La table. La table. La table means the table. We pronounce it as table. So these were the two
La table, la voiture.
Yes,
And it
la
will be
voiture.
le livre, le chat.
No, you have to pronounce it as le livre. R sound should come at the end. We don't pronounce the E letter. Livre. And it's le chat. Only the three letters, first three letters, which is sha.
This is what creates the confusion, because always it is E. If it is ending with E, it's feminine. Here it becomes LE is masculine, and that's the confusing part. But anyways.
So now there is a common article, definite one, for masculine and feminine. Which is that? That is L apostrophe. L apostrophe. So now this L apostrophe is used for the masculine or feminine words that are starting with a vowel. Now suppose the next word, we are writing this L, and suppose the next word itself is starting with a vowel. Then there are two vowels are clashing together. So to avoid that, we have to drop one of the vowels that is of the definite article, and we just put an apostrophe over there. So that is the logic behind using this L apostrophe.
Could you please repeat the logic again?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. So suppose if a word is L, okay, L, and it's masculine. So for example, we will always use definite article L for a masculine word, right? Yes. So suppose this next word, which is a noun, is starting with a vowel,
Mhm.
okay, and this LE is also ending with a vowel.
Mhm.
So to avoid the clashing of the two vowels together, they have said that you have to drop one of the vowels, and always you have to drop the vowels of the definite article, not of the word. That is the main word, which is the noun. So did you get this?
Yeah, actually,
Okay.
I was trying to understand. Now, how will anybody know which one is feminine, which one is masculine, other than E
Okay,
part?
now here the plus point of L apostrophe is that you don't have to, you don't need to know the gender of the word. Because
Okay.
both, if you see la and la are ending with a vowel, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And suppose if the next word itself is starting with a vowel, then you don't have to think anything about it. You just have to put L apostrophe without even thinking about it.
Could you just kindly break this first word, labre? If you could break
Okay,
it,
yeah,
as
yeah,
in
sure.
if it was
Okay.
with a article or without article. Yeah.
Yes. So for example, it is le arbre. Learbre. Could you just write down this word wholly? Learbre.
Done.
Okay. So now you see what you see in the le, which is ending with a vowel, and arbre,
Mhm.
it is starting with a vowel, right?
Exactly. So we have to drop the first
Yes.
word.
Always it's a rule that you have to drop the vowel of the definite articles itself.
Mhm.
So to avoid, this is just to avoid the clashing of the sounds phonetically. Just to make it sound grammatically and correct, you just have to drop that E and A. So whenever a word, first of all, you have to see whether it's starting with a vowel. With starting with a vowel, without even further thinking whether it's gender, about its gender, you just
Okay.
have to put L apostrophe. It's over.
Oh, great.
It's that simple.
So it becomes labre. Okay.
Yes. L'arbre. The pronunciation becomes a one whole word. Earlier, we were pronouncing two different words, which is livre, right? But
Mhm.
now, since it's one word, you have to pronounce it as l'arbre. L'arbre.
Larbre. Okay. Okay.
Larbre means the tree. The tree. The second example is Lellicopter. Lellicopter, sorry. Lellicopter. You can write down the spelling.
Helicopter.
Yes,
Okay. R will come in the end.
yes. Lellicopter, which means helicopter. Helicopter. So now,
So will
in
you be talking about the phonetics as well?
sorry,
Phonetic language, will you be telling us about this French thing? Because here we always put in markers on E and A and all the vowels, obviously. So, but
yeah,
that's not there in English.
yes, it's not there in English. It's not
So-
in English. Actually, it's not logically the correct. Like grammatically, it's also not correct because we just instead of writing do not, we just write don't.
Don't exactly, but that's for apostrophe. The problem with French is not problem, it's actually phonetically correct, but then the thing is we need to know the pronunciation part itself. Like if we E has a right inclination pointer or left inclination, that has to be specified as in how to pronounce that. So if you would tell that with this example, helicopter itself, because H is now silent here, so how will it work, you tell me?
Yes. So H is completely silent here and it's treated as a vowel. It's treated as a vowel. It's not a vowel. It's treated as a vowel. So that's why whenever a word is starting with H as well, only with H, at that time you have to drop the H article. Just to sound it more phonetically correct. So it's the rule in French that H is silent and is treated as a vowel. So that's why we drop that articles of that itself. So I hope you understood.
So when we are putting it in, yeah, that I understood. So if we are not putting a definite article before helicopter, how is that pronounced? And that will remain feminine, right?
Yes, it is feminine, but in French, you can't just pronounce the word helicopter. You have to pronounce it with its article.
But then this makes it, okay, no problem.
So that's what I said. Learning only the word helicopter is not enough. You also need to learn
Okay.
it with its
It
article.
will have to be with article. Okay,
Yes.
that's why
Whether
it
it
is
could be
there.
an definite article or indefinite article, doesn't matter.
Okay.
Helicopter, for example, helicopter, if you have to put it with an indefinite article, it will be un, un, an helicopter.
An will make it masculine, right? But it is a
It's
feminine word.
masculine. It's an exception over here.
Okay.
Another exception. Yeah. Helicopter. Next is leg pole.
So we'll be writing it, and spelling will remain same.
Yes.
Okay.
Spelling will remain the same.
So this is an exception again. Oh God.
Yes.
So many exceptions. Okay.
In French, you will get more exceptions rather than the genuine.
A lot of them. Anyways, learning language is another art.
It's a
Okay,
tough-
let's move. No problem.
Next word is a feminine word, which is leg pole. Leg pole. Leg pole. Leg pole means the spool. the school. L'école means the school.
Riddhi, first one will also become an exception to masculine thing, right? L'arbre, which you said, le
Yes.
arbre,
Arbre.
that's also another.
Yes,
Okay.
correct. That's also masculine.
Okay, this also is an exception.
L'arbre. Next feminine word is leur. Again, leur. You have to just cut down the H and you have to pronounce it L-E-U-R-E. Leur. Leur means the hour. H-O-U-R.
Earlier it was called l'école and then now it's leur.
L'école.
L'école.
Yes, l'école. Leur means the hour. H-O-U-R.
Yeah, it's an exception in English as well. It's considered vowel. It's called R, ear.
Yes.
The ear is also.
Pronunciation changes according
Yeah. Exactly. But it's
to many
confusing.
pronunciation. At different parts of the world, you will get to hear different sounds and pronunciation.
We have Indian pronunciations as well. So that's another encouragement. Let's move. No problem.
Okay, next is this. Now we have learned the singular thing, which is le, L apostrophe, and la. Right now for the plural, it's again easy. You don't have to think about this gender anyways. You just have to. You just see the word is ending with S. You just have to put les, which is lay, pronounced as lay. Les is pronounced as lay. And it is both applicable for masculine and feminine words. Lay. For example, it would be les voitures. You just see that we are just adding an extra S and it becomes plural. Les voitures. Now the noun is changing. Again, the article is changing. Les voitures. Next is les hélicoptères. Les hélicoptères.
S sound will come. It'll
Yes.
be lay or lays.
Okay. Now for this, it's a little bit extra explanation for that.
Okay.
You need to join the regular classes again.
But
Lays
no, in plural also, the pronunciation I'm just asking, do we have to pronounce it with lay or lays? How
Okay.
does it pronounce?
Yeah. So les voitures is now not starting with a vowel, right? So that's why
Okay,
we
it's according to vowel. If it is a vowel, it will be lays. It is consonant, it will be lay.
correct.
Okay, great.
Les hélicoptères. Next word is les arbres. Now here it's starting with a vowel, so we'll start with S again. Les arbres. Les arbres again means the trees. And last is les écoles. Les écoles.
Schools.
Les écoles. Les écoles means the schools. Now in English we say the schools, right? So So here the article doesn't changes, but in French it changes. Les écoles.
So it will be some schools.
No, these schools. Now this
The
is definite
schools.
articles.
Okay,
Yes.
sorry.
Definite article is only the.
No.
So do you have any difficulty in this definite article?
Mhm.
Okay. So we'll stop for here today and we'll continue our next part in the next session.
So tomorrow, when will we have the class?
I think it's 5 o'clock itself. Because,
Okay,
yes.
thank you.
I'll let you know the timing according to the
No
episode.
problem at all. No worries. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye.